we all are honoring a person who has done so much for this community, a person who has done so much for the standards of medical practice and for the elderly living in this community and for ambulatory care in this community, and the list would go on, and that is our own Rafi Lantigua.
He's a giver. In life there are takers and givers, and he's a giver. And he's someone that has given a lot to our community, to seniors in particular, and to many of the families in this neighborhood for over 30 years. And we're very happy to have him as part of our community and to honor him tonight as one of our stars.
How would you gauge the impact that he's had in this community?
Tremendous, tremendous. Not only in health, but in education, in the community in general. He's been an activist, a doctor, a politician, an advocate for the community, not only locally but nationally.
He's been a great partner with the police department. We actually met with him 2 weeks ago regarding current issues in the community. He's a source of information for us and someone that we can rely on when we need him.
As a doctor and as a community leader. He has worked with both doctors in the community, physicians and faculty on campus at Columbia, really just trying to promote health care and better living, healthier living in Northern Manhattan.
What makes him special?
Oh, there's so many things. First of all, he knows everybody. Everybody knows him, everybody likes him, everybody respects him. I think it is because he's got such a great knowledge of both medicine, healthcare policy, and he's also, you know, he can get down in the weeds. He knows people. He knows how to talk to people. He knows their stories. He can sympathize with them. He can empathize with them. And he knows how to take those stories and turn them into positive outcomes for healthcare.
Well, I think it is important for any group that has made the United States our final destination to celebrate what we have brought from our native countries. It doesn't matter if we are coming from Italy, France, Israel, Dominican Republic. I think that the closer we are with that particular land where we are coming from, the more that we can contribute to this nation. I never forget Sandra Cisnero, who painted her house in a purple color. In California, she was asked about, how do you feel? Why are you using those names? She said, that's an important Mexican color. And then she was asked, but does that mean that you don't recognize, you don't see yourself as Americans? She said, we see ourselves very proud to be American, but it is important to keep our heritage. So today, we are celebrating that we are, first of all, what we have been able to make, Dominicans, most of the Dominicans that came to Washington Heights, and then from here we have spread through all the states, are mainly the working class and middle class, but mainly the working class. Dominican who thought that we were not able to achieve a higher education, to build and buy our own houses, to put our small business. And here in this country that opened the door to us, and to whom we have to be so thankful, of all other ethnic groups, because the only group that can claim that we were here first is the indigenous, and even then crossed through Alaska. So we as Dominicans that always can claim that we are the first group who settled in New York City when Juan Rodriguez in 1613 became the first immigrant beside the indigenous who established himself in New York City. So it's a lot for us to celebrate. We're going to be celebrating this year the 400th anniversary when Juan Rodriguez came to New York City. But most important, we celebrate all the contribution that together with all other groups from other ethnicity we have made to our city. The greatest cities in the world, but a city that still is claiming for more opportunity to working class and middle class.
This is important for the Dominican people, as a group that has a history, that has a legacy. Just in the same way we celebrate the founding of this nation, just as Colombians celebrate the founding of Colombia, or Venezuela, the founding of Venezuela, in the same manner, in the same way, we celebrate the founding of the Dominican Republic. This is, it gives us a joy to think about history, to think about legacy, to think about culture, and what we wanted to do with that. And what we wanted to do with that in a day like this is to remember the commitment that we have made. And the commitment that we have made is to ensure that that legacy, particularly the good things that we have done, the good things that we have and who we are, is not forgotten, is shared, is continued. And it's also appreciated by the rest of the human family.
When we talk about the history of immigrants in our nation, we thought about Latinos being the recent immigrants, European, the one that came through Ellis Island. But even in Ellis Island, there was more than 5,000 Dominicans that came through that island. So Dr. Lantigua is part of the new recent group of immigrants like myself and Dr. Silvio Sayan, Dr. Hernandez, Juan Villar, who is the principal of Peron. It's a group of Dominicans that came here with that dream. Some of them, like Dr. Lantigua, who were able to achieve his higher education in the public university in Santo Domingo, being able to come here and continue his higher education, getting opportunity at Columbia University, Columbia Presbyterian to practice and run a clinic and being a professor is very important, especially in this particular moment where our young people need more role model, where we've been on an attack. Especially during the Cheney and Bush administration, immigrants, it doesn't matter from California to New York City, we were on the attack. So having role model Dr. Lantigua, Dr. Hernandez, and other academics, Juno Diaz, is important for young people. That sometimes they walk in our community and they've been stopping fresh, innocent people to know that we deserve more access. It doesn't matter, we as Dominican, as other Latino, black and white children, we would do much better if our city invests more in the early child education. And now that we are celebrating, especially in this case of Dominican like myself, born and raised in the island, having Dr. Lantigua as a role model is very important. It's an aspiration, give us a chance to inspire other young people, and they can go to Columbia University, they can be a doctor, they can be a president of Columbia Presbyterian, because we have the same capacity of other ethnic groups. However, this society still has to provide more access. And that's what I think this particular day, a day before the independence, is a day to celebrate what we've been able to achieve together with different ethnic groups, and also to share our legacy, which is to fill the space that belongs to us in our society.